What's up gamers, today we're going to be talking about TOPAZ. In this video, I'm going to let you know everything about her kit, playstyle, and much more. If you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to smash the like and subscribe button. So since I hate long intros, and I know you probably do too, let's get straight into the video. So TOPAZ is a fire hunt unit that does damage to enemies with a follow-up attack. Well, TOPAZ herself doesn't actually do the follow-up attacks, but her pet Numby does. What TOPAZ herself actually does is she uses her skill to deal some damage to enemies, but she also applies the proof of dead debuff to a single target. This is an unremovable debuff that makes the enemies take more follow-up damage from TOPAZ herself and other teammates as well. So this is an indirect buff to all characters that do follow-up attacks. Let's move on to her ultimate. What her ultimate does is that it buffs up Numby's crit damage because, as I said, Numby is going to be the one doing most of her damage. Although her ultimate doesn't actually do damage, a nice crit increase is always appreciated. Speaking of Numby, when a teammate does a follow-up attack on an enemy that has proof of death, his action is advanced forward. But with TOPAZ's ultimate buff active, Numby will be advanced forward whenever any teammate attacks. Okay, that's enough of Numby stealing the show. Let's move on to TOPAZ's technique. Her technique allows Numby to find treasure and other tortures, and just for that factor alone makes me want to pull for Numby. I mean TOPAZ. Quick break. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know how you feel about TOPAZ and don't forget to like and subscribe. Anyway, I think TOPAZ is probably going to be an amazing unit. I don't think that her damage is going to be close to someone like Imbibitor, Lune, and Ice Girl, but I do think she's going to be doing a decent amount of damage. And she'll also be able to help other people that do follow-up attacks deal more damage. For example, Jingyun and Himiko. Let's move on to her best relic set. She has two great sets. The first one being Musketeer of Wild Wheat. This set is great because it gives her a really good amount of attack with the 2-piece. And the 4-piece is almost useless because you're not going to be basic attacking with TOPAZ, but the speed is great. Then there's a more preferable set, Firesmith of Lava Forging, which gives 10% fire damage bonus on the 2-piece. The 4-piece gives 12% skill damage, and as we all know, TOPAZ is going to be using her skill a generous amount of times, but the fact that you also get 12% fire damage bonus on the next hit after your ultimate is cast makes this an amazing set for TOPAZ. By using 2-piece Musketeer and 2-piece Lava Forging is a very good option if you have good substats. It might even be the better option for you. For the planner sets, the Insert Slasto is easily the best option for her because it gives you 8% more crit rate and 15% more follow-up damage if your crit rate is 50% or higher. But let's move on to her light cones. Her signature is going to be her best in slot light cone because it gives 30% more follow-up damage, 24% crit damage, and 18% crit rate. This can make getting a good split on your TOPAZ very easy to do. For her F2P weapons, she has some really nice options. Two options are Swords Play and Cruising of the Stellar Sea. You can superimpose 5 Cruising of the Stellar Sea almost faster than you can superimpose Swords Play. And so since these two weapons can easily be superimposed, I'll be talking about the bonuses that they give you at S5. Cruising of the Stellar Sea is amazing because it gives 16% crit rate. It gives 16% more crit rate if the enemy has low enough health, and 40% attack for 2 turns if TOPAZ defeats an enemy. And Swordsplay could be a great option because it gives 16% attack every time you hit the same enemy, and with this buff stacking up to 5 times. This is great for TOPAZ as she's a single target hunt DPS, so she can utilize the effects of this icon pretty well. Let's move on to team comps. I have a great team comp in mind. This would be Jingyun, Tingyun, TOPAZ, and a healer. I think that this team comp would be very fun to play and deal a lot of damage. Because Jingyun can deal a lot of damage, Tingyun can provide energy and buffs, TOPAZ can provide buffs and be the sub DPS of the team, while a healer can just heal and support the team. This team could be really strong and outputs lots of damage. I don't recommend this team, but you could also play a hyper carry TOPAZ team, with TOPAZ as the main DPS, Bronya and Tingyun as supports, and a healer of your choice. In my opinion, TOPAZ looks like one of the most fun characters to play in the game. I love her kits, her playstyle, and everything about her and Numby. I personally won't be getting her even though I want her really bad because I'm going for Jingliu since I go for more meta characters and I like to see big damage. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you think I'm worth your subscription, and don't forget to let me know down in the comments about your opinion and thoughts on TOPAZ. Have a great day. Bye.